A foster care social worker is meeting with a family who has housed a client that will be turning 18 years old in the next 3 months. The 18-year-old states that she is not ready to leave the home and has nowhere else to live. The family has verbalized having no intentions to allow the girl to continue to live in their home after she turns 18. What should the social worker do? Okay, let me first point out that this is a should question. All of the ASWB exam practical applications will have the should, what should the social worker do first? What should they do next? However, if you see it, kind of bolded or capitalized like this, then that usually means that it is something that is directly coming from the code of ethics. So it's definitely something that probably was stated, or there's some type of law about this or anything like that. So when you see it capitalized like this, pointing out, definitely know that this is something that is coming from a legal mandate, a legal policy, or something verbatim from the code of ethics. Okay, so this is a should question, and that's why I have this little note down here at the bottom, is to consider the code of ethics and the law or legal mandates, which also include different policies. So in this case, should the social worker begin preparing the girl for independent living and helping her find a temporary home if need be until she can find a way to support herself? Okay, well, we don't know because we did not determine what the presenting problem was just yet. Okay, so if we look back up here, which we should always do first before we go into the answer choices, let's determine what the presenting problem is. In this case, we have this girl that's turning 18 in the next few months, and she's going to have to be released from her foster home. The family has verbalized having no intentions to allow the girl to live there after she turns 18. The 18-year-old states that she is not ready to leave the home and has nowhere else to live. Okay, so this is definitely the presenting problem that we're going to work with. The fact that she is turning 18, she's not ready to leave because she has nowhere else to live, but the family has no intentions on letting her stay. So what should the social worker do in this case? Should the social worker, again, begin preparing the girl for independent living and helping her find a temporary home, if need be, until she can find a way to support herself? Definitely something that we could possibly do. B, should we help the girl deal with her feelings of rejection? Is dealing with her feelings of rejection going to address the fact that she has nowhere to live and the family is not letting her stay there? It is not. So when you ask yourself the question in that way, it definitely lets you know what should be eliminated at this point. Okay? C, should the social worker try to convince the family to allow the girl to stay in their home? Absolutely not. That's unprofessional. That is also unethical that we do that. There are foster care policies and guidelines. The family has free will and it's their choice if they want to continue. However, we don't want to try to convince them, excuse me, because they have already verbalized that they have no intentions. So it's not our place to try to convince that, okay? So we need to continue to focus on what's best for the entire situation. D, should we explore the client's plan to move out? Absolutely not, because she don't have a plan. It doesn't even say she has a plan. She says that she has nowhere to live. So she definitely don't have a plan to move out, so it doesn't make sense. So the best plausible answer here would definitely be to begin preparing her. We have 3 months, so begin preparing her for independent living, helping her find a temporary home. Sometimes there's temporary residential shelters or whatever, but we need to begin helping her to prepare for independent living, which also includes, helping her learn how to support herself. So the girl is essentially homeless when the foster parents decide to end the relationship. The social worker needs to help the girl prepare for independent living and for working to support herself. However, she can also look into temporary residential transition housing for the girl in the meantime while she's kind of getting established on a job in the next 3 months or whatever. Because we know that in 3 months after she turns 18, she is most likely going to have to be leaving. So the best thing to do, the thing that we should do, the most ethical thing that we should do according to, our ethics, as well as the foster care policies that says that after, they turn 18, the foster parents, or, they don't have to continue to allow them to live there. The thing that we should do is a social worker is conducting an intake interview with a 29-year-old client who has a long-term drug addiction and is 6 weeks pregnant. During the interview with the social worker, the client admits that she needs help and asks what she should do to ensure that she has a healthy baby. In order to best meet the client's needs, the social worker should. Okay, so this is considered a should question because, of course, we want to do or advise the client ethically and according to legal mandates. But I want to point out this little saying right here. Whenever you see in order to best meet the client's needs or in order to best assist the client, I want you to pay attention, because that simply means that whatever you do, according to whatever the presenting problem is, we need to do what's best for the client. And so to do that, we need to meet them where they are. We want to approach this situation with urgency and priority because we're trying to best assist them, okay? But we have to do what makes the most sense for the client. What is the best way to help the client based on what's going on, okay? So, in this case, the presenting problem is the client admits that she needs help and asks what she wants, what should she do to ensure that she has a healthy baby, okay? So all the rest of this, we know that we're in an intake interview. In an intake interview, that's the beginning phases of the helping process. So that means we are building rapport and we are gathering information, okay? So this client has a long-term addiction and she's 6 weeks pregnant. Yes, that is part of the problem that should definitely be considered, but the presenting problem here is that she admits that she needs help and she asks what she should do to ensure that she has a healthy baby. Okay, so we're meeting her where she is, and this is where she is. Where she is right now is she is 6 weeks pregnant and she has an addiction, but she wants help. That is where she is. So in order to best meet her needs, we have to know what her needs are. Her needs are attending to her drug situation and the fact that she's pregnant. So the social worker should advise the client to immediately stop using drugs. I don't think that's something that we would do as social workers, primarily because suddenly stopping the drug use could be fatal for the baby, and so that should definitely not be a first choice. Should we refer the client to a drug treatment program in order to best meet her needs? That is definitely something possible that we can do, so we're going to pause that one. C, encourage the client to wait until her pregnancy is over before attempting to do anything about her addiction. Well, doing this would definitely ensure that this baby comes out needing detox, and we know the effects of drugs on the fetus. So we definitely don't want to encourage her to keep using or to wait until her pregnancy is over. At this point, she's only 6 weeks pregnant, okay? So we definitely don't want to do that. Option D, explain that suddenly stopping the drugs might be dangerous for the infant and that she should seek expert medical help to gradually detoxify. Kind of along the lines of what I just said, and so that does seem like, that would definitely be a plausible answer. So that means we're left with options B and D. We can either refer her to a drug treatment program, or we can explain that suddenly stopping the drugs might be dangerous for her. So of course we are going to educate her and then let her know that she needs to seek medical help, because again, that's beyond our scope. We don't do that, but we can guide her in the direction that she should go. Just referring her to a drug treatment program is not going to be enough, because the presenting problem is not just about her drug problem. It's about ensuring that she has a healthy baby. So the best person or the best way to meet her needs or to go with this is to let her know that she needs to seek expert medical help. So in this case, our option is going to be answer D. So just remember that whenever we have these questions that we see best or most, we definitely want to meet the client where they are and determine what makes the most sense and is the best way to help the client based on what's going on in this presenting problem. The STEM is what I refer to as the presenting problem.